10th place prior this year. The demise of 3 Russians at a birthday pool party was reported on Instagram, making a craze on the internet. The start of the story doesn't sound that uncommon, until you understand that around 25 kilograms, 55 lb, of dry ice were dumped into the pool. In the fallout of the disaster, Yekaterina Didenko, the birthday young lady and influencer, mournfully described the staggering occasion to her more than 1 million supporters. Russian news media and a few bloggers reprimanded her for attempting to benefit from it at the gathering. A few people were stifling and dropping subsequent to hopping into the pool containing dry ice. In spite of its name, dry ice is really strong carbon dioxide, the gas we breathe out when we inhale out, that is solidified at a temperature of 78 degrees Celsius 109 degrees F. As dry ice doesn't soften, it goes from strong to vaporous at room temperature. Individuals use it for party deceives and cool impacts. This procedure, called sublimation, gives CO2 its smoky qualities. When dry ice dissolves in restricted spaces, it transforms into carbon dioxide gas, a conceivably hurtful substance. Carbon dioxide can cause breathing challenges and suffocation, which was the purpose behind the gathering visitors' deaths. 1. 9th place. The stifling game, otherwise known as blacking out game, is the demonstration of purposefully slicing off oxygen to the mind, making the individual drop. Youngsters and adolescents take the test generally because of interest. Supposedly, it actuates rapture and friend pressure. This unbelievably hazardous and flippant action has been around since some time before the internet existed. Truth be told, the main passing was accounted for in 1995. Even however the internet can't be accused for the making of the gagging game, it tends to be credited for its resurgence. Social media viral difficulties are an immense arrangement for youngsters. Typically, when an adolescent sees somebody his age accomplishing something exciting on the internet, he'll attempt to duplicate it. That is the reason for these difficulties, which run from the absurd to the horrifying. The gagging game has made a few rebounds throughout the years because of online life challenges. In 2006, a year after YouTube was made, 35 passings were brought about by the stifling game. In 2019, young person Mason Bogard kicked the bucket while endeavoring the challenge. 2. 8th place. People will do anything for a selfie. If you don't believe that, just do a quick search on selfie-related deaths. Madeleine Davis was not the first and won't be the last casualty caused by the search for a great picture. Davis, a makeup artist and social media influencer, was an expert in eyelash styling and had thousands of followers across different platforms. She was vacationing in Australia when the tragedy occurred. Davis fell off a cliff in Diamond Bay Reserve in Sydney while trying to take a risky photo. Police and paramedics launched an air and water search with the assistance of the Marine Area Command. Unfortunately, the body of the British model was found in the water about 4 hours later. She had died on impact from head injuries. 3. 7th place. Have you at any point been unfriended on Facebook? It's not a decent inclination. However, ordinary individuals get over it in 2 or 3 hours. 31-year-old Janelle Potter didn't have a normal response. Rather, she concluded that murder was the reasonable response. This story merits its very own rundown as it includes desire, the CIA, and a twofold manslaughter. Here's the short form. After purportedly being cyberbullied by several her previous companions, Janelle persuaded her folks to shoot him. The wrongdoing occurred in 2012. Janelle's dad guaranteed that he acted by his own motivations. In any case, the investigator of the case accepted that Janelle had controlled her folks with a catfishing scheme. Allegedly, Janelle utilized web-based life to delude her folks into murdering her previous companions. 6th place. Spreading bits of gossip is a terrible activity. In spite of the fact that the training was not developed on the web, it has surely been exacerbated by the internet. In the past times, the effect of talk was constrained to little gatherings of individuals. Typically, the most dire outcome imaginable was getting an awkward notoriety in your school. Be that as it may, gossipy tidbits increase an entirely different measurement with the internet's scope and inclination to contort reality. In 2014, Fabian Maria de Jesus, a mother of two, was distinguished by a nearby Facebook page as a criminal blamed for abducting kids and giving up them in sinister ceremonies. The starting point of the misconception was evidently a police sketch that ambiguously looked like an image of her. The Brazilian lady was hauled through the avenues by a crowd of individuals and pounded the life out of. At the point when 6 of the knaves were captured, a dissent broke out at the police headquarters. Individuals shouted, "Would you like to capture everyone? It's everyone's shortcoming. It's no one's deficiency. It's the internet's fault." 5. She made a phony profile of a CIA operator. The specialist sent messages saying such Janelle's reality was in danger. 4. 5. Place. The most punctual passings ascribed to the internet are identified with cyberbullying actuated suicide, which is aggravated much by online networking. As a general public, we presently pay attention to harassing increasingly because of the durable impacts on the victims. It can be hard to stop tormenting in schools, yet it is considerably harder to stop it on the internet. One of the most famous cases is the suicide of 13-year-old Ryan Halligan. He was tirelessly cyberbullied by different children on MySpace because of talk that he was gay. At one point, a young lady claimed to like him, just to later freely embarrass the kid for having confidence in her love. Ryan advised her, "It is young ladies like you that make me need to slaughter myself." Ryan balanced himself in 2003. His dead body was found by his sister. 6. 4. Place. In another selfie-related episode, a man was slaughtered by a bear in India while attempting to snap a photo with the creature. In the wake of going to a wedding, Prabhu Bhattara was driving back to his home when he chose to stop to pee in the forested areas. At the same time, he detected a harmed bear, which incited him to endeavor to take the selfie of the year. As Prabhu moved toward the creature, the bear assaulted and a battle resulted. A wanderer hound at the site mediated yet neglected to discourage the bear. The entire trial was recorded by an observer, and clasps of the horrendous occurrence can be found on the internet. 7. India's natural life frequently conflicts with individuals in the rural regions of the nation. Incredibly, that was the third casualty connected to selfies with wild creatures in that area in a year. 3. Place. Having a YouTube channel makes you to do insane things to get views on. The King of Random channel, Grant Thompson, used to exhibit DIY undertakings and tests, yet open-air exercises were additionally included. Lamentably, the influencer died in 2019. He was discovered dead close to Sand Hollow State Park, Utah. Along with his body, paragliding gear and a Chronicle gadget were recuperated. This proposed he kicked the bucket while endeavoring to film a video for his well-known YouTube channel. 8. 2. Place. Tinder is likely the primary name that flies into your psyche when you consider web-based dating. The stage is effective to the point that even non-users comprehend what the expressions, swipe left, and swipe right mean. Dating in the web-based life period can cause you to feel more secure. You don't meet individuals eye to eye immediately, and you can get a companion to follow your situation through GPS. Nonetheless, this additional feeling that all is well with the world can lead you to disregard essential senses and sidestep self-safeguarding precautions. Women are particularly defenseless against ruthless conduct. The demise of 22-year-old Grace Millane fills in for instance of how we can never be excessively sheltered while meeting individuals we don't know. While the British lady was hiking in New Zealand, she consented to go out on the town with a man she met on Tinder. The date went from promising to unfortunate when she was choked during a harsh sex session. The man, not recognized for legitimate reasons, concealed her remaining parts in a bag. At that point he went on another date with another lady. One plays Kylie Jenner is a media character who stars in the unscripted television show Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Her evaluated total assets is $1 billion United States dollars, making her the most youthful extremely rich person at 21. She is known for her bewitching excellence, of which the most pine for perspective is unquestionably her stout lips. The want to have Kylie's pouty lips roused the Kylie Jenner lip challenge. Young people embedded their lips into shot glasses and sucked out the air to make a vacuum. The point was to grow the lips. The issue is that the demonstration itself is perilous because of the wounds continued to the face. In 2015, a story flowed online that Natalie Cardenas, 19, was discovered dead on her room floor with enormous lips, and a shot glass in her grasp. As indicated by the anecdotal record, the catastrophe incited the specialists to proclaim the Kylie Jenner lip challenge unlawful in the United States. Albeit no sound source affirms that story, it's a smart thought to avoid the test as it can cause genuine and potentially enduring injuries. 10.